Drop 10 by Summer Project Pan update number 1 for you. So this is a brand new project pan that I started last month, and it is with the Pantastic ladies, and the idea is to drop 10 products, makeup, skincare, hair care, whatever you chose, before the beginning of summer, which I believe is in June. And some of the ladies are also doing drop £10 before summer, but because I'm already on a weight loss journey of my own, hence the get up gear, I decided not to partake in that part of the project pan, because I'm hoping to lose more than £10 in the next 3 months. So yeah. So I'm just doing the 10 makeup products, or skincare or hair care, whatever it is that we've chosen. So yeah, let's get on with it. I've just realised I've got my glasses on again, and I've tried not to film with glasses on anymore because you get the glare. So we'll take them off so you don't get the glare. Okay, so the first product I had in this project pan was my L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Stay Fresh foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain, and at the start of this project pan I was here, and now I'm down to here, so there's not much left. This foundation is in Porcelain. It's really light for my skin. I'm not as fair skinned as I seem to think that I am, so this is like white on my face, so I have to mix it in with another foundation which is slightly too dark for me at this time of year. It's fine in the middle of summer, the foundation that I mix with this, but this time of the year it is slightly too dark, so I'm trying to use them both up together to move them up and out of my collection, but I've only put this foundation into the project pan. So that is the first item. I have about 1/2 centimetre, 5mm worth of progress, so that's not bad. I do love that foundation. When I have finished that, I am going to go back and hopefully pick up my correct shade, which I think is 125. I think it's like something like Warm Honey or something like that, but I can't remember the shade name. But I am going to be picking that up, that foundation up in my correct shade once I've finished that one. The next item that I have in this project pan is this green colour corrector here in the collection Primed and Ready Correct and Conceal palette. In here I have a mini of the collection Primed and Ready concealer, which I've not used. That's not in this project pan, but this is the green colour corrector. It is a cream, and then this is a lilac cream, and then this is a like setting powder, a transparent setting powder, but I've only got the green colour corrector in this project pan. There's definitely a dip, and I have had some use out of it, and it does take away any redness on my skin. At the moment I haven't got too much redness. I've got a bit of redness here on my cheeks, but I have just worked out, hence the get up gear and looking a bit rough. So yeah, I've got some progress on that. My hopes are to use it all up, but if not to use it all, at least to hit pan during this project pan. So yeah, I reckon I can do that, but I have been using it, but as I say, I can only use it when there is redness on my skin. So it's kind of one of those products that if I don't use it all, it might not actually be because I've forgotten to use it. It might just be because my skin hasn't needed it. So that is that. The next item I have is my Miss Beauty Illuminating Wand. And when I started the project, I was up here. I am now down to here. The colour is Pink Shimmer, and it is a pretty colour. It's really pretty. The only problem with this is as soon as I put it on top of my foundation, it kind of lifts it. It lifts the foundation underneath, so I end up with the shimmer, yeah, but the foundation's lifted, so the skin looks a little funky. Pardon me. Bless me. So yeah, it is hard to use it because I know it lifts my foundation. So yeah, I keep trying to use it, and it's quite a thin consistency. That's why there's so much progress here. But yeah, it's definitely not something I would repurchase. The next 3 items are all the same, but they are each counted as 1 item, and that is these chunky duo pencils. These have like obviously two colours per pencil. One side is a shimmer and then the other side is a glitter, so you can't actually use them too close to your eyes, but they do look really nice just under the eyeline here, or just on the top as an eyeliner. I've used the purple one just once or twice, but the one that I've generally been using the most is this one. Now these two are supposed to be 2 different colours, but when I swatch them, they both look the same colour to me. So yeah, I've just kind of been using that pink end. So I will show you the progress I've made on that one. So I started at the green line here, and I'm now down to the pink line. So you can see I've used about that much, and then all the others have remained the same. So that was that. I do really like this actually, but the only thing is when I do put it on the lower lashes here, it kind of tends to clump up my lower lashes, so I have to try and kind of brush them out again after I've applied this. I only paid 20p for them at the checkout in TJ Hughes. They were trying to sell them off. I now can see why now. So moral to that story, don't buy crap at the counter. There's a reason why it's cheap. But that was right at the beginning of my buying makeup. I didn't know what I was buying back then. I just was buying anything. So the next item is 4 sachets, but it's all of the same product, and it is the Dermalogica Daily Superfoliant Age Smart, a resurfacing anti-pollution powder exfoliant. So I had 4 sachets and I have used 1. This is like it's a grey powder, and you have to wet your hands first, then pour the grey powder into your hands, rub your hands together, and it creates like, almost looks like cement, and it's very bitty, so you can feel it's quite rough. And then you rub it all over your face, steering clear of eyes, nose and mouth, and ears obviously, and shoulders, knees and toes, and and then rub it in. I also take it down my neck as well, just to get rid of the dead skin on my neck, and then you rinse it off and pat your face dry, and my face, no word of a lie, felt squeaky clean. You know when you rub your finger down your face and it just feels like it would go as you rub your finger down it? That's what it felt like. But I liked that. I liked that feeling that my skin was perfectly clean. It just felt fresh. It felt it did, although it felt exceedingly dry and tight, it didn't feel like it was dehydrated. I applied my normal moisturizer over the top afterwards anyway, which I always do after I exfoliate. So I put the moisture straight back into my face anyhow, but I just felt like after using the Dermalogica, my face was more, it was able to then soak up the moisturizer a lot quicker because the pores weren't so blocked, and so the dead skin wasn't, so I really love this. Basically, I really love this, and I'm glad I have 4 sachets of it because I've got at least another 3 uses. And I believe that Latest in Beauty have one of their curated boxes that has this product in there. The box is £50, but the box contents is worth a lot more than that, so I might treat myself next month, I don't know. But yeah, I used up one of those, so kind of a quarter down used up. So that was that one. The next item is the moisturizer that I have been using every day. This I use as my daytime moisturizer. It is the Result Time Hydrating Cream with 3 hyaluronic acids. I love hyaluronic acid. It makes my skin feel so plump, feels so nice. That's probably why I haven't got any redness in my skin at the moment, because of this beautiful cream. But despite it looking full, it is actually all gone. I ended up having to squeeze this into a little pot near the end because it was getting harder and harder to squeeze it all out. But I do that with most of my creams anyway if they come in tubes, so I don't mind that. But yeah, I really enjoyed using this, and as I say, my skin, I've just worked out I came back home about an hour ago, hour and a half, and I did a good 45 minutes workout, and I was really pushing myself, and this is how my skin's recovered so quickly afterwards. So yeah, and I believe it is due to the fact that this moisturizer has made my skin feel very moisturized, plus the large bottle of water that I'm drinking very often. I hate that when that happens. I'm trying to drink at least 2 of these a day, because apparently you should drink that much water. So yeah, rehydrate, people. The next item, the next two items were classed as one in this project pan, but they are 2 different items, but because they were only sachets, I counted them as one, and I have used them both up. So this one, dropping that one. This one is the Body Shop Oils of Life Intensely Revitalizing Facial Oil. And I knew I was going to get more than one use out of this, so I decanted it into a little pot, actually, that I got from the Body Shop. And I used it daily for about, I think it lasted me about 3 or 4 days, this little sample. And this is only a 1 milliliter sample. It's in facial oil, but it was really nice. It didn't leave my skin or my fingers feeling greasy after I'd applied it. It soaked in really easily, and yeah, it made my face feel really nice, moisturized, revitalized, and yeah, I really enjoyed this. And I looked up the cost of this and then realised I didn't enjoy it quite so much. It's a rather expensive facial oil. I think it's around about 20, somewhere in the 20 odd pounds, which is expensive for me, for my budget. It's expensive for my budget, especially as my subscription boxes that I receive on a monthly basis generally tend to give me a facial oil every other month or so. So I'm not in any rush to go out and purchase this, but if I ever did run out of facial oils because Glossybox kept sending me, stopped sending me them, then I would think about repurchasing this one because it was a really nice one. So yeah. The other part of that one is the Lavera Anti-Aging Moisturising Cream with organic jojoba, organic aloe vera and coenzyme Q10. I got this as a free sample. This stuff, if I remember rightly, it smelled really, really nice. This was a 1 milliliter sample as well, but this only lasted me about 2 days. It was a very thin consistency, so I felt like I needed more on my face to really get a feel of it. And yeah, it did really, really make my skin feel nice. I wouldn't mind trying it a little bit more and trying it out for a longer period to see how it helps my skin, because 2 days worth, I didn't have it for long enough to see whether it actually did anything. You know, the oils of life from the Body Shop, that lasted me about 4 days, and I did start to see a difference in my skin, but this one only lasted 2, and I didn't get much of a chance to figure out if this was actually helping. So yeah, I liked it, but I would like to try a bit more of it before I make a decision whether it was worth repurchasing or not. And the final product in this project pan is my Lord & Berry Conceal It Crayon. I got this in Birchbox back in January of last year. I remember it was really early on in my Birchbox subscription. And let's see if I can get it marked up on the paper. So there we are. There's a whole lot of use on this. This is a really creamy concealer crayon, and when I first got this I was like, a crayon to do my concealer with? No thank you. And I shoved it in a box and I didn't really think about it until this project pan. I pulled it out for this project pan and I thought, what am I going to use this for? Because I'm certainly not using it as a concealer under my eyes. So I thought, what about using it as a base for my eyeshadows? It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect to use as a base on my eyeshadows. I literally just draw in on my eyelids, blend it all out, set it with a Wet n Wild Creme Brulee single eyeshadow, which is also in a different project pan, which is my peeping pan project. I will link that one for you below if you're interested. So yeah, I set it with that, and then I have a perfect eye base, which surprisingly enough has kept my eye makeup on so much better than the previous eye base I was using, which was a Maybelline Colour Tattoo. So yeah, I really, really like this, and if any of my friends have one of these in the bottom of your drawer and you're not interested in ever using it, let me know and I will purchase it from you, because I definitely want to buy this again. And if none of my friends have got one, I'm going to have to go and have a look at the Birchbox shop, because I really would like to have this in my life for a lot longer than this little nubbin is going to last me for. So yeah, kind of falling in love with this little guy. So first impressions are not always correct. So that is 1 item, 2 items, or 3, but I'm counting these as 1. So 2 items and then a little bit of another item used up. So I am pretty happy with that. I did put a lot of gimme kind of products in here, easy use up products in here, because I wanted this to be a quite easy project pan for me, because I was getting a little bit down with my project pans because I wasn't seeing much progress on some of my other project pans. So I wanted this one to be an easy one, and it seems to be an easy one. So I know this is not supposed to be a rolling project pan because it's just supposed to be dropping 10 items for summer, but because I have dropped 3 items so quickly, I do want to bring some more items in. So one of the first items that I wanted to bring in was another facial oil, because I have really enjoyed using the oil of Olay, not oil of Olay, the Body Shop Oils of Life facial oil. So this one is the Monu Skin Firming Fiji Facial Oil for Dry Sensitive Skin with Bois de Rose and Patchouli oiling, and I'm currently up to here. So that is my starting point. So I will use this every day before I put on my foundation or my primer, foundation and stuff, and that will help obviously to give my skin a nice smooth base with no flaky dry skin, which I've currently got under my eyes at the moment. I need some Body Shop elderflower eye gel. That'll sort me out good and proper, always does. So yeah, I'm putting this into the project pan. The next item is a Caudalie Vino Sauce Moisturising Sorbet. This is a 15 milliliter sample, and yeah, it's just basically a moisturising cream. So I'm going to put that in as well. And then the final item I'm going to put in is this eye crayon by Miss Beauty as well. It is in the shade Cappuccino. I'll show you how much I have. So I'm measuring it on the lid, so I am about there. And this is a really nice shimmery shade. So it is like that. So this can be used kind of like a highlighter, a brow bone highlighter, inner corner highlighter, or just a bit of shimmer on my eyelid for a very easy sort of like bit of crease colour, and then this on my lid and good to go kind of look. So yeah, I just want to try and get as much use out of this as possible, I suppose. If I can use it all up in 3 months, then great. But if not, then at least get half of it used up, I reckon. So yeah, so those are the 3 things that I'm adding in. I know it's not a rolling project pan, but I just want to capitalize on the progress that I've already made, and just keep going and just keep using up things in my collection, because I'm very well coming up to June, which is when I'm going to be doing my mid-year makeup inventory list. So yeah, I just want to keep moving things up and out of my collection, so that my numbers aren't so horrific come June. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you can be pre-warned, I suppose, when I upload my next video, and I will see you